Well, well, well. If it isn't the late guy. Movie starting right now as we speak.
Hey.
Mr. and Mr. Late.
Actually, are a little late.
Right on time. We're here for one reason and one reason only.
Some iron lung. Where's the poster?
I don't know. Where is the poster?
The disrespect.
Man, they're snubbing him on the poster too? This is crazy as hell.
Two things.
Okay.
We're here for iron lung, but we're also here for caramel corn popcorn, dude. Everybody always forgets the napkins, but not me.
That's true.
Can't fool me. Won't fall for that.
So what'd you think, man? First impressions.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
Better than I thought, actually.
Yeah.
I was going into it knowing that like it was gonna be kind of slow, but I was actually entertained like the entire time. Can't wait to talk about it. We're gonna get home and we're gonna talk about it.
It was pretty
That
good.
movie
It was pretty
kicked
good.
ass.
Yeah.
Nani brothers.
Well. We just got back watching Iron Lung, and you know what?
Bro.
It was better than I thought.
It was pretty good, dude.
It was better than I thought.
Pretty damn
I
good.
knew it was gonna be kind of good, just because it received a lot of good reviews, like by critics and or by movie fans and stuff like that. The
Yeah,
critics
just
didn't really
people
like it
reviewing,
so much,
yeah.
but honestly,
Critics didn't like it?
well, critics kind of. I mean, if you look at the critic scores, like, no one really cares about critic scores. But yeah, it was again,
That's
like,
true.
Pretty low critic scores. But so I knew that like obviously the movie was gonna take place in the Iron Lung submarine the whole time, and I was like, one of the big things that I was worried about was I gonna get bored? Was it gonna be boring? Like, you know,
Same. That's
was it gonna be a
what I
slow
was
burn,
thinking.
pick up and get better as it goes? But to be honest, and maybe because I did my homework and I did watch some lore videos before I went, I was
Me too.
literally entertained start to finish.
Yeah. They did a really good job with the cameras.
Yeah, I'm not capping. I literally,
like telling the story and all that. Yeah.
yeah,
They did a good job at keeping it entertaining.
yeah. It honestly, we'll start with the goods. We'll get into the bads, and then we'll get into the spoilers. So the goods.
I like that.
The goods, dude, the cinematography was so nice. So nice.
Yeah. The camera angles, like when he would open a bag, he would like you would see from the bag perspective up, and just like they got really creative with like
just scene selection, shots, like what they're shooting, the color grading, and to be fair,
his surroundings.
it was literally better than some like studio budget films, like as far as just like cinematography, shot selection, and stuff like that. Like it's telling a story visually with just how they shot the fucking movie. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, like the when he would take a photo, he would have to use the lighting to just see stuff around like where it was at,
and just like the use of reflections, the use of like close-ups on like things dripping and different things, because he's in a just a fucking submarine the entire movie, and so having that little bit of stuff really tells the story in different kind of ways to keep it flowing, and that's what I really enjoyed most of it. But we got to talk about Markiplier's fucking acting,
dude. He's an actor, bro. He always seemed like when I would watch him just normally as a fan, he would always be like he'd be theatrical, and like he does all these like voice pitches, changes, and all this stuff just when he's like normally playing a game or something.
He's a funny guy, and he can really like get into characters while he's making YouTube videos and stuff. So he's always had kind of an actor's passion. You can kind of tell a little bit. But
he reminded me of like because I did drama in high school. He reminded me of like theatrical. And then seeing him in a serious position, like actually acting, was dope, man.
So he goes through like so many different emotions in the movie, and he plays them all really well. Where he's like, from being like confused to being like pissed to being like sad, like at the end of his ropes, to have motivation, and he's literally bouncing back from all of these different emotions, and he does it.
They did such a good job. They did a good job of portraying what it would be like sitting somewhere for that amount of time. Like you literally go crazy,
in a blood ocean, and which, by the way, the blood looked really fucking good. And I heard that they broke like a World Book of Genesis or something like that for being like the most big blood in a movie. That's what I heard.
Holy crap,
don't shoot the messenger,
bro.
but I kind of believe it because dude, there were so many scenes with the blood.
There's a lot of blood.
There's so much blood. And it looked good. It looked good. And imagine like just being covered in
If
blood.
that's
And you gotta
true,
like film those scenes and stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
If that's true, him breaking records on his first movie, man, is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Even if it's something like that.
I'm trying to think of any more goods
nuts.
I want to say.
Well, are we talking spoilers?
We're gonna get spoilers. We're gonna get into spoilers.
Okay,
but first, no, I guess we'll go to bads. Bads.
Yeah, let's go to bads.
I'll just say right off the bat, if you have no idea what this movie's about, you go in there butt ass naked. There is literally no real good introduction to the storyline. There is like really no
thrown in there.
plot to care about. To care about. Like you don't really know what he's doing, why he's there. True. Like what
for
why,
a little bit of time.
Why they want him to be there, and what the hell is he even looking for? You don't really know what he's looking for until the very end of the movie. So I think
that's a good one.
What could have been better, and one of my critiques is you kind of give the audience a little bit of something, like just a tiny bit of information of what exactly
his past.
Maybe you could even give more lore about his past, which they do. Yeah. They do have a little bit of lore of his past, which I thought was kind of cool, but not enough.
Yeah,
not enough.
Yeah, it's like gradual.
Different
it's like
stations.
Gradual.
There's different space stations, and there was like a war with them, and like they do talk a little bit about that. But it would have been cool to see more like stuff about that, and maybe more stuff about like maybe some of these other submarines that went in before him, which I think would have set up the story a little bit better for people who never knew anything about it.
They don't know the lore because for me, that's kind of what it seemed like, because I'm like half and half. I somewhat know the lore, I somewhat don't. So, and I was able to get up and go get a refill and change my popcorn and feel like I'm not going to miss too much. So that's kind of, that's one of the things.
I can say confidently, like, the movie was a bit long. Like,
slow paced.
Yeah, I like, again, I enjoyed it. Not everybody is as patient as me. I can understand it. So I can see it in the lens of, like, most people where, like, you could cut probably like 30 minutes out of that movie, just taking 3 minutes from everything and still be the same movie.
Get the story across.
You get the same
I think
story,
you're right.
and it would have just been just as good. But honestly, I didn't mind it all that much, but I can see that as kind of a critique. But there was some noise issues, I guess, with some of the like towards the end where you can't really understand what the fuck the lady's saying on the fucking intercom.
Oh yeah. So there's two ways you could look at that though. You can look at it kind of as like it's too chaotic, or you can look at it as
I understand
the
art, but it, like, again,
his situation, like because of his situation, it's like that.
I felt like because there was a lot of build up to the end that I wanted to be rewarded with information. I wanted to know something, like find some clues of something heavy at least. Yeah, something that made this whole 2 hours worth it. You know what I mean? That was really the only thing that I felt unsatisfied. I felt unsatisfied because I wanted to know more about this fucking cool ass universe with fucking
bro. That's real.
Silent rapture and blood ocean moons and what the fuck is everything like? I wanted to know more.
Almost like there's too many questions. And to be fair, I guess he followed the game lore. So this is one of the goods, I guess, but it's kind of bad too. Is they followed the game lore to pretty much to a T to where 1-to-1 to where it's like they don't say too much in the game as well. They leave it to interpretation. You know? So
I guess
good on him though.
That'll get us into the spoilers a bit. This is your spoiler warning. If you do not want to hear or see spoilers, now's the time to leave.
Exit the premises.
However, the movie's been out for 2 weeks. If you haven't seen it yet and you're watching reviews and spoilers, shame on you. So I felt like the cool thing about this movie was different from the game. Is there's kind of a relationship between him as the prisoner and him to the guards, if you want to call them that, or the people that are basically putting him under there in the submarine, where he actually has open communication between them. And they do pull him up real quick, and then they wipe his window, and you can kind of see out there like they're like
the dynamic.
Yeah. And but they're obviously they there's a mission that they're trying to solve, and they don't really care about Simon that much, and they're ready to send him right back out down there right after he just.
Well, it's kind of weird. It's like they do, but they don't. They care about life, but they also don't care about his situation.
Type deal. Well, because there's the greater good. They're trying to do something. So you kind of like understand that there's something bigger going on because of just how frantic they are about him doing the mission. But at the same time, you don't know what's going on, and then then you go. So back.
You're learning kind of with him, I guess.
Yeah, and the submarine's made out of shit, so like obviously it starts to kind of like blood leaks and stuff like that, and then like the blood is like I guess like affecting him, making him like kind of paranoia and like like
anxiety
and stuff, and so I think they did a really good job on the pacing of that because you didn't really know how because he starts to kind of like see things, hear things. And you're like,
he's slowly like going into like dysphoria, getting crazy.
Well, and he gets kind of banged around. So you like, think, did he have a concussion? So he's like starting to see shit, hear shit, or then later you start to kind of think that the blood is making him kind of fucking weird and stuff like that. And so they did a pretty good job of that.
Even with that though, I still have so many questions. You know what I mean? Even with that, there's so many questions.
When he finds this other submarine, and that becomes the big plot of the movie. That this other submarine had this information that he needed to extract. And that's where I was like, okay, finally, it's something that I really can like care about. And then he opens up the computer that like the guy before left a note on how to do it, and then he's able to like download the files from this thing, and then he actually hears one of the audio files, which before he hears this radio talking with this girl's voice that he ends up finding out is not real. But then it ends up being her voice in the fucking thing, and so that's
in the computer.
That was crazy. It's like, how did he hear her voice before he even knew what it sounded like? So that made me think that there was like some more like
something with the blood,
psychic, alien powers at work that had something to do with the monster in the blood.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Like I kind of want to spoil it a lot, like with these spoilers, but I don't. I want people to.
No, we're full spoilers here. Like people.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a part that's a good point because there is a part closer to the end where he seems to be kind of everything's going through him, and he kind of seems to be merging with the blood.
Yeah, his arm rips off him. Yeah.
Yeah. So it does seem like not only is he going crazy, but he is talking like spiritually or some sort of connection with the blood or with the species that are out there.
Yeah.
But they don't really come full circle. They leave it up to, the audience to judge.
Yeah. So I guess there was not like a super satisfying conclusion to like what Simon goes through, but he does kind of save what he went in there for to leave it for them to come get, and that was like enough for me to like say it was a good movie because like that did actually you did have some objective that he finished towards the end of the movie where it made it feel like the movie was worth it. Yeah, you
get the full ending of the character.
Yes.
So the character that it took the time to build. It does come full circle with the character, but not necessarily with the story.
Yeah,
so,
I think there was more that needed to be done to portray it. Like some people can see find their conclusion. Other people have a hard time finding a conclusion, like the TikTok brain people, the fucking YouTube short people. you need to spoon speed people more information, and so I get that. I get that because I kind of wish I had some more information, but I was able to kind of pick up a lot of what was going on and enjoy the movie totally.
Yeah, I walked out of there like, damn. Like I felt good about having a lot of questions, but now in hindsight, I'm all like, now I want to know what's more about the world.
Yeah, they could totally make a TV show out of this. They could totally make a TV show out of this.
There has to be something. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I would watch some sort of sequel or some sort of a show for sure.
Yeah. It's a fascinating story, fascinating movie, and Markiplier did a really good job. And I think I pretty much said everything I want to say about it.
Yeah, I guess we'll leave it with the ratings, man. What would you rate it?
We'll
leave it with the ratings.
Okay. I would confidently give it like a 6.5 to a 7, like in between there.
Okay.
Somewhere there. And honestly,
I would probably go a little higher, bro. I'd probably give it like 7.2. 7.2.
That's fair.
It's like ringing in my head.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I said, to me that's a good movie. To me that is a good movie. And
yeah.
And honestly, like I said, if it had like more scenes about different things that tied this whole universe and world together, it could be a way higher rated movie.
Yeah.
Like an 8.5 to a 9, just by having that much more lore like explained. Because I think the quality of the movie was really good.
The quality, the visuals, sound design, huge. But I agree with you because like you got to have something to care about. If you're just seeing them in the submarine the whole time, you almost get more on the par with the people sending them down there. You're like, okay, why do I got to care about this guy?
That's exactly right. And the thing is, it's honestly, there's things that carry the movie without some of the things that it's missing, and so that's why it ended up still being a good movie. But
the acting carried it for sure.
Yeah, the acting in the
cinematography. Good. I'm not even gonna lie.
And just him going crazy and stuff like that. All that really worked well with the movie. But
yeah, it's realistic. It's like what would happen.
Yeah, there needed to be a little bit more to get beyond that bubble of like a great movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that was our review of Iron Lung.
You should go watch it.
Yes, or wait for it to come streaming because it should probably come sooner than later. But eventually you should check it out. Yeah, it's a good movie.
I highly recommend it.
Maybe we'll play the game. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
But with that,
Nani brothers.
Oh.
Nani brothers.